What did you just say?
I couldn't believe it either. But Douglas wouldn't make something like this up.
Of course not, but he is a little boy with a very vivid imagination.
Okay, but I don't think Douglas is imagining anything.
How can you be so sure?
I can't be 100% sure, but the way that he was talking, he definitely saw Brooke kissing Santa Claus, except it wasn't Santa. And it wasn't Dad. It was Deacon. Brooke was kissing Deacon.
Thank you, sweetie. You know, it is going to be okay, Mom.
I want to believe that. I do. But secrets have a way of coming out. And Douglas knows enough not to talk about it, but now I'm just worried about your father.
Dad promised not to tell anyone anything about what happened between the two of you. Especially not to Rich.
You think you know everything there is to know about Brooke, don't you?
I do.
You think you're so much better than me. Ivy League education, captain of industry. To me, you seem like a guy that was born on third base and thinks he hit a triple. You're just so confident, aren't you? So sure that Brooke would never want anything to do with a guy like me.
I was with you until that whole baseball analogy. My point is this. Brooke tolerates you because of hope. You think there's anything else, then you're just delusional.
Delusional, huh? If only you knew. If only.
So, what do you think? Sunday.
Sorry, what?
I was just talking about the design school panel. They sent the questions in advance. They want to talk to you because you're a young, successful designer. They want to know about your aesthetic, about your process. But I do have to warn you, all questions are on the table, including those regarding your personal life.
Hey, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Actually, you're right on time because you might be able to help me with something. Zende here seems a little distracted, and I think I might be looking at the reason why.
Zende Forrester is the ideal young man for Paris. And he was all set to propose to her, but that didn't happen, did it, Carter?
No.
How long have you had your eye on Paris?
Look, I don't know what you...
Of course you do. But you're pretending otherwise. I mean what I say. Paris deserves the very best. And that's Zende, not you.
Actually, it's you I wanted to speak with, Katie, but it's not pressing. We can do it later.
Or I can go, but you guys can talk now.
No, it's not urgent.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I am. Oh, by the way, good luck with the design panel tomorrow.
Thank you. Who told you about that?
Word gets around.
The answer is yes.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
I can see it on your face. You're wondering if something is off between Paris and me. It is.
You obviously like Zende very much.
He is an exemplary young man.
I agree. There's no one finer.
That almost sounds like you consider him to be a friend.
He is a friend.
I see. And this is how you treat a friend?
I don't know what you're talking about.
If you think so much of Zende, why were you kissing Paris? That's right, Carter. I saw you kissing my daughter.
What is it you think you know that I don't? Nothing? All right, there he is, the con man, lying his way through life.
You don't know where I come from. You don't know what I've been through, and you sure as hell don't know jack about who I am now.
I know exactly who you are now. Because I don't buy any of this I'm a changed man stuff at all. You're exactly who you always were. You come into town, and people get hurt. You gotta do something, and you gotta hurt Brooke, or Hope, or both of them. Because that is who you are. And I'm not gonna let that happen. I'm gonna protect them both from you.
Now, who would have thought that? You and I have something in common. We're both protecting them.
If it weren't for the alcohol, I never would have ended up in Deacon's arms. We never would have kissed, and my marriage never would have been in jeopardy.
Mom, you can't think like that. And besides, Ridge, he loves you.
I know that, honey. And I always want to believe that love conquers all. But in this case, with a secret that is this explosive.
My God. Deacon and Brooke?
I know. Shocking. But not.
The two of them. Kissing on New Year's Eve.
While Dad was out of town.
But Dad was desperate to come home to be with Brooke so she wouldn't be alone.
Well, now we know Brooke wasn't alone.
According to Douglas.
I believe him, Sis.
Okay, I have to hear everything Douglas told you. Thomas, this could change everything.
So that's where things stand. I love Paris. There is no one like her. But at the same time, I don't want to pressure her. So that is why I agreed to keep things casual.
Why do I get the feeling you're regretting saying that now?
I'm sure you understand my shock. Walking in here earlier and seeing you lip-locked with my daughter?
You saw us?
Where are your morals? Your sense of decency? Going behind your so-called friend's back, trying to steal his girlfriend.
All due respect, it's not like you're making it out to be.
Oh, spare me. I don't want to hear it. I will not let this continue.
You're protecting Brooke.
Yeah, I am.
From what? From what, Deacon?
You know, you keep mistaking my restraint for deference. I never realized this about you, but you're a bully. You are. No, it's true. I've dealt with them all my life, and I gotta tell you, I don't like them.
Bully? What are we, 12? I'm asking you what you're protecting my wife from. What is it?
Despite his faults, Deacon loves you. And he's going to do his best to protect and defend you, and I know that. And you should too.
So you're saying I shouldn't worry?
I'm just saying I don't want this to completely overtake your life. You know, there are 4 people who know what really happened that New Year's Eve. It's you, me, Liam, and my dad. And those are 4 people who are committed to not saying anything.
And Douglas, honey. A sweet, innocent little boy who thinks he saw me kissing Santa. All because Deacon was wearing that Santa hat. He has no idea of the ramifications of what he saw. If he says anything, if it gets out. I talked to him, I did, but he's a child. And he already told Thomas and Steffi and Ridge, and they laughed it off like it was some joke. What if he says something again? What if he tells Thomas? His dad. I mean, Thomas, he'll just run off to Steffi and Taylor, and my marriage will be over for good. It'll be the beginning of the end of Ridge and me.
Douglas and Kelly are still watching the movie.
You didn't say anything to Douglas about.
No, of course not. Now tell me everything Douglas said to you. I want every detail.
Well, you already know most of it. You were here with Dad and me when Douglas told the story. He saw Grandma kissing Santa Claus. What we didn't know was that it was actually on New Year's Eve and not Christmas Eve.
That's something else entirely.
Yeah, it started out innocent enough. Douglas, he wanted his little stuffed rabbit peanut butter. right? So he went up to the main house, looked through the window, and saw.
Brooke kissing Santa.
And then I asked him, maybe it was one of Santa's helpers. So could you remember Santa's face? And he did. It wasn't Santa Claus. It was Deacon sporting a Santa hat.
Wow. 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 Dad can't make it home because of a business trip, and Brooke turns to Deacon, the one person Dad hates more than anyone. What was she thinking?
Paris says that she wants her freedom, that she doesn't want to rush things. That threw me, hearing how important it is to her when she's never mentioned it before.
Well, why would she mention it now?
What do you mean?
Why would she say something like that unless maybe there's another guy who's caught her eye?
I understand you're upset, but if you allow me to explain.
You don't have to. I've spoken to Zoe. I know about your affair with Eric Forrester's wife, and what it did to Zoe and how much it hurt her.
And I regret that more than I can say.
Do you regret sneaking around with Quinn too? Violating the sanctity of her marriage with Eric Forrester? I mean, what kind of man are you, Carter? Someone who's untrustworthy and duplicitous? Because that's how it appears to me. I don't find you trustworthy at all. And nor are you worthy of Paris. I hate having to be so blunt, but your actions have left me no other choice. First and always, I am a mother, and I will do whatever it takes to protect my girls. You crossed the line, Carter, with what you did to Zoe, and I won't stand by and let that happen to Paris.
You're not gonna answer me, are you? All right, let me help you. If you really want to protect Brooke, here's what you do. Sneak out in the middle of the night, how you always do. Because you know what? You being here is bad for Brooke. Yeah, it kind of shows how much you know, Rich.
Mom, I mean, you've been through so much already. I don't want to see you get yourself worked up even more.
I'm trying not to, honey, really. But my mind keeps taking me back to that night. You know, if Rich finds out what happened, we've been through a lot through the years. And he's forgiven me for a lot of things. And there's a limit, a limit to what you can forgive.
Mom, please listen to me. You have to stop putting so much stress and pressure on yourself. You just recommitted to your sobriety. And I think you should just focus on that. Not let all this fear and panic overtake you, and try to stay positive. And really just think that, no one's going to find out about that night, and your secret will be safe. And it's going to stay that way.
Douglas was conflicted. Brooke told him not to say anything, to keep it in the past.
Of course she did. She's trying to cover it up. That's what the Logans do.
You think that's it?
What other reason could it be? Why would they tell Douglas to keep quiet if it isn't true?
I see your point.
Thomas, do you know what this could mean? For Mom and Dad.
Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to make you feel insecure. It's just that if Paris is saying these things, could it be there's another guy in her life?
You have a history, Carter. Not only did you have an affair with Eric Forrester's wife, you were engaged to Zoe at the time. You were carrying on with Quinn behind my daughter's back. Do you think that's the kind of man a mother wants in either of her daughter's lives?
Okay, first, I was not engaged to Zoe when I had my affair with Quinn. That engagement fell apart because your daughter threw herself at Zende. Now, I realize I did things that goes against who I am as a person, the way I try to live my life, but I hate that I hurt Zoe. And I hate that I complicated Quinn's life and that I almost lost my friendship with Eric and the Forresters, but I've been working very hard to repair that relationship. From what I understand, Zoe is doing well in Paris. She's moving on with her life.
Professionally, yes, she's moved on. But in speaking to her, deep down, I believe she's still in love with you. And I am not going to allow Paris to get involved with the man her sister was going to marry. The man her sister still has feelings for. Paris is a jewel. She was named after the most beautiful city in the world. She should be cherished. And that's what Zende does. He cherishes her and appreciates her. And that's why I am putting a stop to this right now. And if you don't end things with Paris, I will go to the Forresters and I will tell them what you're up to and what you're doing to Zende, another member of their family. And this time, they won't forgive you. Have I made myself clear, Carter?
You need to believe it, Mom. That your secret is going to remain a secret. Forever.
I hate to think of Dad being played for a fool by Brooke, especially at the hands of Deacon.
Me too, but I could see it coming. You could too. Brooke refusing to listen to Dad, hell-bent on having Deacon back in her life despite their affair.
Yeah, well, that was the worst scandal in our family's history. Yeah. Brooke sleeping with her daughter's husband and then having his child.
Brooke obviously wouldn't have slept with him if they didn't have a connection.
It sounds like that connection's been reignited.
Sounds like. Are you starting to doubt Douglas?
No, that's not what I'm saying. What? Okay, look. Yeah, it's possible. Douglas, it was dark and maybe he was mistaken.
Thomas, need I remind you that Douglas was the one who told us baby Beth was alive?
I 100% believe him, okay? I'm just saying we have to be 100% sure.
Exactly. Especially if you consider what this could mean for our family. Because if Brooke truly turned to Deacon, Dad's not going to stand for it. He's going to end their marriage.
And that could turn over a new chapter in Dad and Mom's relationship.
Maybe Mom is back for a reason. Maybe this is true destiny at work. Mom's been alone for so long, and we both know how in love she is with Dad. Yes, Dad's been stuck with Brooke and the Logans, but I really feel that our Dad and our Mom will finally reunite. This could happen, Thomas. Our family could finally be together. A strong family, and we would win this time. Not the Logans, but the Forresters.